I'm Haru Yamasaki. I was born and raised in Boyle Heights, Los Angeles. I lived here until my family and I were sent to relocation camps, Santa Anita in California and Jerome, Arkansas, until during the war, World War II.
My name is Ford Kuramoto, and I was born and raised in East LA. During the war, our family moved to Manzanar and then to Twin Falls, Idaho until the war was over. And then later we moved back to East LA, and from there I lived in different places depending upon part of my life. I went through the Vietnam War and experiences at the National Institute of Mental Health in Rockville, Maryland. But for the last several years, I've been involved with a nonprofit organization called National Asian Pacific American Families Against Substance Abuse, where I'm now an emeritus volunteer, and also with a small minority business called Magna Systems Incorporated.
My name is Henry Jung. I'm from Los Angeles and I work for a pharmaceutical company.
My name is Mark DeAngelis. I'm originally from the Boston area. I've been out in LA for half my life, and I'm a marketing consultant. I work with consumer products goods companies.
My name is Aviva Wagner-Fontes. I was born in Los Angeles, raised in Los Angeles. I have lived in other countries, but I've always come back to LA.
For me, I've got associated with AADAP through Mark.
I met Mike Watanabe in high school when he was in college, and I ran into him at a Bradley fundraiser. So we started talking about what we were doing. He said he was running a drug rehab program. I came to visit it and I was really impressed, and I started volunteering and doing art classes.
I became involved with AADAP through Carl Nobuyuki, who mentored my sons when their lives were going astray. He was instrumental in helping Anthony join the Go for Broke group, and later he was helping Mike Watanabe form AADAP. Mike helped my son overcome addiction and even gave him a job when he was clean. Anthony went on to continue work with drug abuse related program in Hawaii.
I've been involved with AADAP for about 42 years. So I'm proud to say that I've been involved with AADAP since the time when AADAP was just being formed.
So in 1990, I was a student taking photography at Santa Monica Community College, and I needed a job, and my friend's uncle was working, Mike Watanabe was working at AADAP, and so I had a short-term job there, and I really liked it, and he said, well, we have another job. Why don't you help out setting up this conference? And so I did, and then after about 4 months, he said, do you want to work here? And I said, yeah. And then I worked there for 6 years.
Over the past 40 years, I've witnessed the impact and results of AADAP's work by attending graduations and participating in the AADAP board for almost 30 years.
I've been actively supporting AADAP for 25 years, which is as long as I've known about this program. It's a really very well-run, respectful program that caters to all kinds of people, all ages, all ethnicities, all religions, all developmental levels.
I supported AADAP in different ways. One way was as an active, formal board member, and then later as an honorary board member. And then I tried to support AADAP in various ways, including participating in fundraisers and other activities that AADAP has put on all the time, actually.
I'm impressed with AADAP on many levels. Its longevity, its consistent and committed staff, a sense of family, and the ties they have developed with community and businesses, and most of all, with the continued success with changing the lives of individuals and their family for the better. Also impressed with how AADAP continues to evolve over time to meet the changing needs of clients and the times.
I think AADAP's best attribute is that they are accepting of people as they are, and they don't really try to change people from who they are. They just help them get their lives from being dysfunctional to functional.
I enjoy the people who are running the program.
The program that I think is the heart of AADAP is the TC, Therapeutic Community, the residential part of the program. Well, I think I mentioned I worked there for 6 years, and I very directly saw people's lives impacted, particularly people who were inpatient in the residential and the TC.
I know clients who were in this program in the late 80s, early 90s that are still clean, sober, living productive, happy lives.
I feel like AADAP is one of my children who grew up and developed into something bigger and better than I ever dreamed. I hope to continue it as much as I can through contributions and attendance at major events. AADAP, especially Mike Watanabe, makes me feel like I'm part of AADAP.
Over the years, I've had the privilege and pleasure of knowing so many AADAP staff and clients, board members, and other community supporters that it's kind of hard to pick out just one or two people that were so memorable. Some of the people that I remember most were actually board members.
It's seeing people, whether they were friends or colleagues or even former people who attended the program, just seeing them and reconnecting with them. I really get a lot out of that still.